if I disappear, we're having some power outages. Just keep talking and I'll be back.
Okay. Let me get my water bottle. Oh my
Yeah, get your
goodness.
water bottle. We're
Oh my.
live, and I'm gonna tag you
Okay.
so I can put this on your page.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
some.
I need to get some more water.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Woo!
Yeah,
I'm
this is good.
excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Yes.
Uh, it's the third show of the day, and
Wow.
yeah, we had our brother Lavelle Zimmerman on before you,
Wow.
and
I think I remember him.
Lavelle. Yeah, you know Lavelle.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
him. Yeah, he's a
Is he out in Arizona or somewhere?
No, he was in Germany for a long time. He does really nice rap, jazzy rap,
Yes. I
and
remember.
but
Okay.
he's moved to Washington D.C. He's been there about a year and a half.
Oh wow.
All right, let me pull
Okay.
the screen up here. Okay.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Let me get in my chair.
Okay.
And
Man,
get on my throne.
I'm sweating like a dog over here in Mexico.
Oh,
It's been a hot couple of weeks.
oh wow.
Summer hasn't been too bad, but man, it's sure gotten hot. It really
Okay.
has.
Oops. Okay.
So here we are with Yvette Booker, SoulogySpeaks. We've probably done 10, 12 shows together over the years. We've been connected from early, I would say like 2014, maybe. One of
Yes.
my oldest friends on Facebook. And yeah, I mean, you put out a lot of content over the years. You really have. And I used to play them a lot on the remixes, which I'm gonna start doing again. But yeah, you just got the whole ball of wax there. You're in that little town. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Tehachapi.
Tehachapi, and you got your whole place set up there with all your energy, and you do a lot of good work for people. I've sent some
Yes.
people over there to you, and
Yes.
over the years, when they're in that neck of the woods. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, you do hands-on stuff. You do yoni steams. You do couples. You do individuals.
Yes.
You work with you were working in the past. You worked with those children. We did a little show with the children one
I
time.
remember. I remember.
Yeah.
Yes. It was
So
sacred.
and then your mother and father, were even part of the connection we've had.
Yes.
And I know they're just powerful. They've been powerful souls. They really are.
Thank you. Thank you,
Uh,
Todd.
and you got a little bit of, like I remember when I was on the road, back in like when I left Houston, in 2016,
Hmm.
October 13th, and I just went with a suitcase, and my microphone. And
Yes.
I went through some tough times. And I remember I was in New York one time,
Hmm.
and I landed over there with no money, nowhere to stay,
Yeah.
because the universe told me go. And then I was staying at a place, and it was not a good situation. And I never back then there was no donations. I mean, it was just nothing, But I would keep going. But I remember one time I called you, and I said I woke up and I was like distraught, and I called you and I said I need a prayer. And
Yeah.
then
I remember.
you grabbed the phone and you started walking around your house in the backyard, and it was light language, and it was Jamaican language, and it was this language, and it was that language. And the next day, I
Hmm.
had also done a prayer that night
Hmm.
because I like to commune with the trees. But I
Yes.
was in the Bronx, and there was only 3 trees.
Wow.
So I went behind the apartment building, and I sat with a tree, and I put up a prayer. And then with what you did, and the next morning I was laying on the couch I was sleeping on, and I heard my phone ding, and somebody sent $1,000.
Wow.
Isn't that wild? I don't think I ever told you that.
No, that's magical right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it was magical. It really was.
Wow.
So it's been a heck of a ride, hasn't it? I mean,
Yes.
it really has.
Hmm.
We've come a long way, all of us.
Long way. Long way.
How do you feel about where things are at now for the world? How are you looking at things? And for yourself, I mean, what's been going on with you? Or are you still going through what everybody else is going through, shedding and shedding and shedding and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. First, I want to thank you, Todd, for giving
Mm,
me this platform tonight.
mm.
You are my soul brother. You know, I love you. That's why I call you Todd, baby, because you have watched me literally grow up spiritually. Spiritually, yes, for many, many years.
Yeah.
And you have supported the divine feminine,
Mm,
and you were a catalyst to bring me out of a lot of religion and tradition that I
mm,
was bound to, but no longer bound to. And as far as the collective, where I see us going, I see good times
yeah.
are here now and good times are coming. And we
Mm,
have to keep a positive perspective because, you know, we will have whatever we say. If we say, you know, gloom and doom, that's what we're going to have. I'm not a gloom and doom prophet.
mm,
I believe in miracles. And as my spiritual father spoke to me years ago, he said, "You are the sign that people are looking for." So we are the sign, we are it.
mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Having Lavelle on before you is like a 1-2 punch, man. Y'all speak the same language.
Wow.
Yeah. You got that fire and that fervor.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes,
but
yes.
the miracles,
Mm-hmm.
I know that you know firsthand, and I also know that you know the fires of purification and
Yes.
transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are and I also know you're very devoted in your practice, both with your
Yes.
clients but with yourself. I think
Yes.
we were setting this up the other night, and you were either going into an all night prayer.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call that? Like all night prayer fast?
All
Or
night prayer. As a matter of fact, I used to do it once a month. My
mm,
mother and I used to do it 5 years before I got married. I didn't know then, but I know now that I was in training. And my ancestors, spending time with them, they have informed me that they want me to do it every Friday now. So
wow.
from midnight to 3 a.m., sometimes to 4 a.m., I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches. And sometimes I'm just listening and just worshiping, not begging, not just setting intentions.
Yeah.
And I've seen the miracles. I have a couple ladies who have contacted me and they say, you know what? I I manifested my twin. And I go, okay, give me his name. And it's amazing how when I go into prayer, I just talk to their twin in the spirit realm and I say, okay, you need to call her. And next thing you know, my friend will call me the next day. Girl, do you know what happened? He called me. And I'm like, what? I'm excited, you know. But as long as we are a clear channel for great spirit to work through and the ancestors to work through, all of us are capable of creating these miracles every day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And that clear channel seems to be becoming more and more clear for more and
Yes.
more people.
Mm-hmm.
It feels that way. I mean, I know you
Mm-hmm.
spend a lot of time in the energetic field with the
Yes.
ancestors and such.
Yes.
Uh, do you get any kind of feedback, you know, like on a collective sense when when you go into this stuff, or is it all mostly personal stuff like this for yourself and other people?
Mostly personal and other people.
Mm,
Mostly, yeah. But I do on a regular basis pray for the collective all around the world.
mm,
Sometimes specifically, I will get different countries or different cities.
mm,
Yeah. Hmm.
mm. Do you have like a network of other sisters?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I do. They support me, and I'm grateful for the community that I have that supports me in what I do. Yeah,
yeah.
because this type of work is not for everybody. Definitely have to be called and chosen to do this work.
Have you felt the fire? Speaking of the fires of purification, have you felt the fires of purification in September?
Oh yes, I did a 9 day transformation fast. And not only was I fasting for some personal friends of mine, but also to break generational curses off of my family, both past, present, and future. And one night, right after the fast, there was a purging where I was begging God. I felt myself coming out of two realms. trying to
Okay.
stay here and go somewhere else. And I said, okay, God, I surrender. I put my hands up. I surrender. The purging was intense. I almost called you. It was that intense. And
Yeah.
then the next day, there was a release.
Yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that. My soul put me through a unexpected fast for 4 days through September 3rd. So it would have been like August 31st to September 3rd.
Yeah.
And then when I came out of it, I purged a lot.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was because I went and ate
Right.
Mexican food after
Yeah.
coming off a fast.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
hmm
But I had a couple of days, I would say around 9/11,
hmm
right around that period, 9/99, that 999 day, and then the 9/11.
Yes.
And I mean, I had a one day where I laid on that bed for 4 to 5 hours, just staring
hmm
at the ceiling, totally awake,
Yes.
just feeling it all in my body. And then
hmm
one morning I had this weird thing happen. I was, I think I was talking to someone, and it was, yeah, somebody called me, and I was just about to lay down because I didn't feel good,
hmm
and they started telling me a story or something that happened to him, and it brought back
Yes.
this memory of me as a
hmm
child. So I sat there on the edge of the bed,
hmm
shaking,
Yeah.
just shaking and shaking like
Yeah.
like it was coming out of me. And that's happened a couple of times.
hmm
That's happened a couple of times. All happened to
Yeah.
me on the show yesterday.
hmm
A sister came on in the morning, and she was talking about her situation with the court system.
hmm
Pretty, pretty rough story. And then all these memories came back, and I'm sitting there talking to her, trying to hold back these tears that just start flowing. But
Oh
it,
yeah.
fe- it feels like we're releasing a lot of the most base, concentrations of our traumas, of our ancestral
Yes.
lineage stuff that
Yes.
we've carried. Does
hmm
that resonate?
Oh yes, it does. I remember during the fast, I was out here in my front yard and not really thinking about anything in particular, but my mother's hysterectomy was brought to me and what my mother was going through. And then another time, during in this moment in the yard, I saw the man who held my mother up. My mother was in Compton, I remember, and a guy had grabbed her from behind around her throat and had a long knife and cut her finger a little bit. And I remember her telling our family, telling all of us that whoever that man was, because he ended up releasing her, she said, this man comes from a godly home, either his mother or his grandmother. She could feel it because she's a seer prophet, so she can feel it in the grip.
Wow.
So these things were coming up during this transformation fast. And I said, my mother just made 91 on July 21st. And I said, the next time I go see my mom, I'm going to do some spiritual work and cleansing of all that trauma that she's been through. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. God, yeah. My dad's 89 and my mom's 86. I'll be
Amazing.
seeing them next month. But yeah, the elders,
Mm-hmm.
man, the older I get, the more I
Mm-hmm.
realize, regardless of the stories, regardless of our imperfections, that,
Mm-hmm.
they've done the work too. I mean,
Oh, yes.
people call us way showers, but I mean, there was way showers before way showers.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I think the other thing that's such a blessing for someone like you, not to say that, somebody has it better than somebody else, but
Mm-hmm.
to have two parents that you you look at, and you see Mother Universe and you see Father God. And
Absolutely.
and I think that's something, like people like me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that don't come from, the less or more contemporary traditional family, nuclear families, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a great place to be able to look at your mother and your father as Father God and Mother Universe.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I remember I had a meditation, probably a few months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and my mother and my father appeared, like they were laying on a bed, but facing me,
Mhm.
and they were in joy and love and bliss, and they've been divorced for 50 years. So,
Wow. Wow.
so it was really cool because I knew it's that at
Mhm.
some level I'd hit alignment with the with the
Mhm.
mother father. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm grateful to have my parents. Dad transitioned about 2 years ago, but his legacy is with me, and I have his ashes here on my ancestor altar. And my father always said that the world is hell outside. So he taught us that when you come inside the home, it should be peaceful. My
Right.
father didn't even cook food if he was angry. He always would be singing a tune or humming a tune. He
Right.
said, when you're cooking food, you want to be in a good mood because all that good energy goes into your food. And one thing that I remember and I miss, we always ate together as a family around
Yeah.
6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. Always.
Yeah.
We talk about our day. Dad, what happened to you in the classroom? Mom, what happened to you in the classroom? And my parents were old school teachers where they cared about each student.
Yeah.
You have some teachers, it's all about the money. But my mother and my father would call if Johnny was absent from school for 2 or 3 days or was late on his homework or, Susie was in a gang. Mama was calling your mama and finding out what the problem was.
Wow.
And now I have two daughters that are in the education field and they're the same way.
Now, are your daughters into the woo woo like you?
No, my son is.
Oh wow.
When
Yeah.
my son needs sage or he needs a spiritual bath, he will call me. But one of the things that I saw a couple of years ago for Christmas, my children went and bought a sage bundle for me
Mm.
and a crystal bracelet. So they're coming around. They're
Oh
seeing
wow.
mom
Mm.
is doing something and people are coming to see mom. So they're like, she can't be doing everything wrong, you know? Yeah.
So, because you've got your studio or facility set up in your home,
Yes, I'm
and
sitting here right
yeah,
in it right now. Uh-huh.
and so and this is what you do full time, right? You,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. I've tried to work for other people and the doors have been shut. So I
yeah.
said, okay, all right, I surrender.
Uh, this year seems to be a lot different.
Mhm,
Now that I'm getting the volume of shows back up again, these last 3 or 4 months,
mhm.
I'm noticing patterns, I guess you would say. And it seems like between last year, maybe the end of last year, and the first few months, or really up till now, this year, there's been a lot of deconstruction. There's been a
Yeah.
lot of shedding.
Yes.
There's been a lot of the universe
Mhm,
putting a big mirror in front of your face,
mhm.
and
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, can you
Mhm.
relate? Are you? Because I know you see a lot of clients. Are you seeing any kind of trend with your clients?
Yes, yes. I'm seeing a lot of women who want not only Reiki, but they want the womb healing because women are special, they are sacred, their wombs are sacred. They bring life.
Yeah.
They've been traumatized, they've been raped, they've had abortions or miscarriages, and when they come here, I just follow spirit. I mean, I
Right.
don't have a cookie cutter um, layout for just everybody. Even the herbs that I select for them is just catered to their own special needs. Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm seeing miracles, and I'm seeing women who even desire to have babies. I've had three ladies that came here and had a yoni steam, and so there's a total of five babies that are here in this earth realm. Yeah,
Really?
uh-huh.
From your clients?
From just coming in. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
And
excited.
and what's a transformational fast? A 9-day transformational fast?
Well, for me, because it was a big group that we all did it. And with my intention when I went into the fast was to transform me from the inside out
Hmm.
and to shake off anything that no longer serves my highest good.
Wow.
I found out that our family has had a generational curse of high blood pressure. So I have been working with my blood pressure and found out because the doctor wanted to put me on medicine and I told him no. So I found out that all I need to do was to incorporate some weights. I use 5 pounds. Next month, I want to go up to 8 pounds, 3 times a week. And my blood pressure has gone down to a woman that's like in her 30s and 40s.
Just from light weightlifting.
Just lightweights.
Wow. See, I went and grabbed a set over here,
Yeah.
and they're 12 pound,
Oh,
and
wow. Okay.
well, I mean, because I don't want to, I don't want to like overdo it, right?
Yeah.
I just want to
Right.
start. I want to start,
Yeah.
and I have been doing it pretty much every day, and
Okay.
I've noticed a difference, but I never thought about circulation or,
Yes.
I mean, I juice every morning.
That's
I
wonderful.
have ginger, cayenne pepper, lemon, all the good stuff.
I
A
love
lot of,
it.
but and so that I noticed that because with beets and with watermelon, I can tell the difference. Like if I don't do it for 2, 3 days,
Yeah.
but I hurt my arm probably about 3 weeks ago, and I haven't been able to lift. Right.
Okay.
And I've noticed a difference.
Yeah.
Like it's taken a couple of weeks, but I've noticed a difference. I thought, oh, I got to get back to this. I got to get
Yes.
back to this. But
Yes.
yeah, that's a good story. That's good for people to know that you
I like
can.
to put it on the calendar, and mark my calendar like with a red heart. And it's just something about me. I'm just in competition with myself.
Mm,
And I like to put like a little heart on the days that I do my workouts, and it feels good. Self-love is important.
yeah, absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Like you were talking about the cooking.
Yeah.
I pretty much every night make a meal, and
Nice.
it's like art.
It is.
It's like making music or
Mm-hmm.
making love, even. And I never
Yeah.
know exactly what I'm going to do, but I've noticed that as I've kind of evolved over this summer, that the meals are getting better and better.
That's magical. I love it.
Yeah. The only bad thing is if I make too much, I'll eat it all. But I've actually gotten away from that now. So I'll get half of it and put the other half in the fridge or the freezer.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I enjoy doing is having clients to come see me. I've had some that will fly in from Pennsylvania or they'll drive from Las Vegas, 4 or 5 hour drive. And if they
Wow.
spend the night, they're going to do a spiritual bath, take a shower first, and I'll make a bath for them and just cook them a nice meal. We
Wow.
might go out on a nature walk, do some Reiki, maybe a yoni steam. They get a whole package when they come to see Mama Eva. It's like
That's
it's a
nice.
retreat.
How do you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, of course. How do you find your people or do they find you?
They find me.
Isn't that
They
crazy?
find me. They've been finding me on Facebook, Instagram, and now on TikTok. I
Oh,
have some
wow.
beautiful, beautiful clients from TikTok. Yeah.
That's awesome. So all those, yeah, because I mean, I used to, well, maybe I'm not on as much, but I used to do videos like constantly.
Yeah.
I know you still do them because I see you on them, but a
Yeah.
lot of them would be showing the yoni baths, or they'd be showing different ceremonies or different
Uh-huh.
things that you do.
Yes.
Um, yeah, that's awesome. So people come in because I don't imagine that there's a whole lot of people doing yoni baths even in the country.
Uh Maybe they might not be certified, but I I flew to Atlanta
Mm,
to get certified because I wanted to be certified in what I'm doing. So, yes, I am a womb minister, and I love to speak words of affirmations and have the goddess to repeat the affirmations out in the atmosphere.
wow.
And by the time she leaves here, she feels like a badass.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So what is that whole process? I mean, you said they shower and you do the bath, but is there like prayer, meditation,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
chanting?
All of that. And I start with a what we call a Mayan massage. It's
Okay.
like a womb stimulation to get the womb kind of ready for the herbs, for the medicine, if you will. And then they go into the restroom, and I have a yoni gown that they put on.
Hmm.
And so they come here, they lay on the table here, and I just go with the flow. Sometimes we start out with opening up the chakras if there's any blockages. If everything is open, then I might play uh, some music, some soft music, or a shaker, or a rain stick, or what is that thing called? Um, the
Sambo.
No, it's I can't
Oh,
even
that,
think about it right now.
that's what happens when you get older.
Singing bowl. Thank you,
That's what I
Spirit.
meant. Yeah. What
Yeah,
did I
the
say?
singing
Sound bowl. I
bowl.
said sound
Yes.
bowl. I meant
Uh,
singing bowl. See, that
okay.
happened to me too.
So it opens them up.
Mm,
Okay. And then I also like to end with a oracle card reading. Hmm.
wow.
Yeah,
And you do couples too, don't you?
I do. Couples are fun
Now,
because,
how does that work? Does he get a lingam bath?
well, we do that too because
Do
they
you
have,
really?
oh yeah, they have certain
I was
herbs
just
for the
kidding.
men. No, no, no. It's a real thing. It's a real
Yeah.
thing.
All
So
right.
the men will go on the pot maybe 5 to 10 minutes because we don't want to boil everything out. Um, the women sit on the pot for 30 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have done Reiki or Kemetic Reiki on the floor with a blanket, maybe some rose petals or some wine. And it's
Yeah.
amazing when I'm working on the man with his energies, sometimes the lady next to him can feel the energy, or I can feel it leaving from out of one arm going to the other. And I
Right.
can go to her because they are entwined.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Wow,
amazing.
that's beautiful.
It's
That's
magical. And
that is
I enjoy the magical ride right along with them.
wow. Wow, that's you're making a big difference with people. That's got to be very grounding for the relationship and the connection.
Yes.
It would have
Yes.
to be. Be like
Yes, it is.
it'd be like a great honeymoon present or a
Yes. Yes.
anniversary present. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I had one young lady who came, and her husband came with her, and he wanted to stay in the car. And I said, "Sir, it's going to be like 2 hours. You want to be in the car?" And it was hot. I said, "Would you like to come in the living room and sit down? Because whatever's going on in my magical room, my healing room, he's going to get it too in the living room." So
Right.
there was one time before she got on the pot, she was feeling kind of emotional. So I said, "You want to have a moment with your husband and maybe go out there and embrace him and kiss him and get some support?" And she did.
Mm,
And then she came back and finished her yoni steam, and it was beautiful. So
wow.
I love the magic that is here. I love it. They come ready and they are never disappointed.
Wow. Well, yeah, with your enthusiasm and devotion,
Thank
how
you,
could they
Todd.
be? Yeah.
Thank you, Todd. I'm just so honored to do this work.
Well, how did you get into this whole this whole now I can't think of the word. I haven't slept, but this whole variety of offerings that how did you like what did you start with? Just start with well, I know you were in the church, with your parents. I know that was a very powerful part of your life.
Yes, I came out of the Pentecostal church and I always knew that there was more. But
Mm,
one day I was at a place where this guy he had crystals, and he looked at me and he said, aren't you a Reiki master? Don't you do Reiki?" And I looked at him and I said, "I've been thinking about it." He said, "Well, I do Reiki 1. I think you should do Reiki." And so I meditated about it and I found out that there were some classes about an hour away from me. So I became certified in the Chinese Reiki 1, 2, and 3, Reiki Master.
uh-huh.
Excuse me. And when I got finished with that, I found out that the roots of Reiki are from Kemet.
Oh.
So I go, "Oh my goodness.
The
Let me,
roots of
the,
Reiki are from Kemet. I
yes,
didn't
sir."
know that.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I said, "I've got to learn the Kemetic way." And some of the things that I was doing with my clients, I didn't know it was Kemetic Reiki, but I was already doing it.
Okay. So it was like in your blood.
It's in my blood. Yes, I was going to say that. It's in my DNA.
And
Hmm.
is there a big difference between Kemetic Reiki and traditional Reiki?
Yes. Hmm.
Really? What
Yes.
what do you think the difference is
Um,
in general? Like in
we we use the pendulum
okay.
to check to see the energy, if it's off, if it's positive or negative. Sometimes people come to see me and all of their chakras are closed. But by the time they finish their session,
Uh-huh.
they don't leave with any blocked chakras, not after coming to see Mama Eva.
Wow.
Because one of the things that Spirit has taught me is the reason why we have sickness and disease in our body is because one of our chakras is blocked.
Right.
hmm So if we're having anger issues or we're having bitterness issues or resentment, abandonment, maybe your heart chakra might be blocked or your throat chakra might be blocked. But I won't know unless I do my testing with my pendulum.
And now you're strictly hands-on, right? You do anything distant?
I
Well,
do.
you do
I
for me.
do.
You did for me, so I guess you
Yes,
do, yeah.
I do distant Reiki, and I have a client, a goddess. She's in, I think, Ohio.
Uh-huh.
And so I will be doing my first yoni steam with her. She already has the pot, she already
Oh,
has
you're gonna
the
do
gown.
a distant yoni steam. Wow.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So I'll probably be sending her her herbs that she needs. And
Mm.
I'm excited. I'm
Wow.
excited. She's excited too.
So you meet this guy, he's doing Reiki. You decide you're going to take Reiki. Then you learn Kemetic Reiki
Yeah.
and you get the Yoni certification, Yoni bath, was it? Yoni steam
Yoni
certification.
steam practitioner, yes.
Yeah.
And so I
And
go back to see him and he's like, wow, a whole new person. Yeah.
what did your mom think of the transformation?
My mother loves it. She's always encouraged me to stay out of the box.
Yeah.
So I was giving my mother and my father Kemetic Reiki every time I went to go see both
Well,
of them, especially my dad before he transitioned. And I would give him some crystals to hold. And he was like a little boy, like, oh, wow. Yeah, it was beautiful.
well, and they had such a they have such a strong presence individually and together.
Yes.
Have you had much interaction with your father since he's transitioned?
Oh, yes. I feel my father here all the time. He has Cherokee and Blackfoot roots. And so I feel him encouraging me all the time. And I sleep with his blanket, the last blanket that he had covering him. And I was guided to put some rose petals on his blanket. And I know that rose is the highest vibration of love. And he transitioned with that blanket. So I have it on my bed.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's powerful. That's really
Mm-hmm.
powerful.
Thank you.
And so what are you do you ever do like well like multi-person retreats or where you have two, three, four, five people come?
That's going to be in the works for 2026. Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've had what is called sister circles. I did that before COVID.
Uh-huh.
So one young lady, she told me, she called me on the phone and she said, Mama Eva, I haven't had a menstrual cycle, we call it moon time, for I think she said 2 years.
Hmm.
And I told her, I said, oh, there's lots of blockages. I said, you need to come see me. She only lived around 45 minutes from me. So she came and she had Reiki. She had Kemetic Reiki. She also had Yoni steam.
Wow.
And she went outside. Okay. I don't know what I said because I know our voice has a vibration.
Right, right.
And she called me on the phone maybe about an hour after I talked to her. And she said, Mama, you're a healer. And I said, tell me what happened to you. She said, I went outside and I started to cramp. I was working in my garden. I started to cramp and I came back inside and I started bleeding. I was screaming. I said, are you kidding me? She said, no. So she and I started the sister circle. She was bringing two or three cars up
Hmm.
to the up to the temple, and that's how it all started with the women coming to see me.
Is that right?
And I would just open the door and I wouldn't even tell people to take off their shoes. They just felt the reverence and they would take
Mhm.
off their shoes. And I would do a group Reiki with my singing bowl, saying the 42 laws of my art, which is my GPS. I live by that.
What is that?
Um,
What is that?
the 42 laws of my art. Um,
Ma'at. And Ma'at is Kemet too, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And when I found out that the Ten Commandments was taken from the 42 Laws of Ma'at, that was an eye opener for me.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
Kemet was pre-Egypt, wasn't it? Or was it Egypt? Or was it
They
I,
call it Egypt, but we've
yeah,
been
that's what I was
told
gonna say.
we
There's
we've been
that's right.
we've been
There's
told
a
to call it Kemet.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
revisionist history there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I thought. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Wow. And so yeah, because before that was there wasn't much before that. That's
exactly.
recorded. Really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the ladies would just come and they'd sit either, find a seat in the living room, or some of them would sit on the floor, and I would do a group sound bath, healing, Reiki. And one of the ladies, I didn't know that she was pregnant. And she said, "Oh, the baby just jumped." And whoa, really? Yeah. Yeah. And
Wow.
after the baby was born, she brought the baby here and we blessed the baby. And you know what? That little boy looked at me like, I've heard that voice before.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hmm.
And what about other ceremonies? You do weddings?
I have done a couple weddings in the
Yeah.
past.
Have you really?
Yes. Hmm. And I love baby dedications too.
No, what's that? Baby
Well, you
dedication.
well, you dedicate the baby to the universe,
Oh, I
to
see.
the ancestors, and bless the baby. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. I didn't realize you had made the transition like that because you had the daycare in your
Yes.
home.
Uh-huh.
Let's say the light worker daycare. It
Oh,
was different. It
yes.
was different,
Yes, it
and
was.
so you were actually able to make that transition and do this full time and
Yes.
shut that down. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, because I taught the babies how to work with the crystals, play with the crystals. We made sage bundles from things outside in the yard. It was wonderful. And I asked the parents permission if I could give them Reiki, but I waited for them to sleep so they would be still. And some
Hmm.
of them I would see them twitching. So they were getting that full love energy while
You
they were getting ready to take a nap. And my parents would tell me, "Oh, they just behave so nicely after when they have the Reiki." I said, "Well, good. Yeah. Yeah."
you probably created a whole bunch of healers with those babies that are the kids you took care of and the babies that you kind of brought in facilitated.
I'm
Yeah.
still in contact with a lot of them on a regular basis. I have one little boy. He's not a boy now. He's 18. I used to change his diet.
18.
Yeah, I had him and his sisters. I had him when he was 15 months old.
Wow.
Yeah, so he still comes and checks on me with his truck sometimes 3, 4 a.m. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have a good communication with my students that used to be here. Mhm.
So, I mean, this is probably a dumb question, but I would think you have like knowing you and knowing how devoted you are, that you have like um, a ritual schedule or some type of routine
I do.
every day.
I
Can you
do.
just take me through that?
I do. I do not leave out of the temple without covering myself and cleansing my energy, putting on that full armor of light, life, and love. There's a ritual that I love to do in my shower. I release what no longer serves my highest good, people, places, and things, and I transmute everything into divine unconditional love. I call back my power. I call back my ashe. I call back my soul mission in this earth realm. And then I put on the full armor of light, life, and love, peace, power, and protection every day. And I do that also for my children. Hmm.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoken like a real mother too.
Thank you.
I guess that's why they call you Mama Eva, huh?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Do you advertise in the community? Because
I do,
I could
but
just see,
word of mouth. I
yeah,
used
I
to have
mean,
a
well,
website, but
yeah,
I like the personal one-on-one,
yeah,
the old school one-on-one. And the people that need me will find me, because sometimes with the website, they get, the price gets higher and higher every year.
yeah, yeah,
I said, you know what? I don't need this.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need this. Whoever needs me,
Well, I
they'll
mean,
find me.
you have basically, if you just with the TikTok and the
Yeah.
Instagram, I mean, you have what
Uh-huh.
used to be TV, so you're
Right.
obviously getting business from that.
Right.
Now tell me about I've not, and I'm a history buff, but I never really have delved into Kemet, the players,
I'm still learning.
yeah, I would imagine that's incorporated into your connections,
Yes.
into your prayers and rituals and such.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I use the Kemetic symbols. I have certain affirmations that I pray. And I've noticed the shift, even with my calendar work. I don't know if I told you this, but I now make candles, spiritual candles. Um, there's a couple customers who couldn't go to sleep. They were just, something was bothering them. And one of my clients, she said, when I burn your candle, I'm able to go to sleep. She said, I burned that candle within 2 days. I said, that's impossible. She said, no. And she ended up ordering 3 more candles from me and spiritual baths as well. So when a client calls me and they say, I'm having this issue, and sometimes I'm like, in my flesh, I'm thinking, well, I don't know about that, but I figure if spirit allows them to come to me, then I have the antidote. I
Right.
have the medicine for them.
Right. And so what do you, these candles, you infuse intention into them? Do they have certain
Absolutely. Yes.
themes? Okay.
Yes. There's some that I use for Sekhmet. I was initiated here in the temple with Sekhmet. There's some that I use for the different Orishas. It might be Yemiya, it might be Oshun, it might be Obatala. There's some that I infuse for love or for protection.
Are these like goddesses or icons of Kemet?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And some of them are just Orishas. They are like spirit guides. They don't really
Okay.
like to be called gods
Oh, wait a
or
minute.
goddesses.
My friend
Yeah.
who is, what's the word? His original. Have you ever seen me playing music with the long hair guy? He's like in the piano going and everything, and he plays the guitar.
I
Yeah,
don't think
we've
so.
done quite a few, like probably 40 or 50 of them.
Okay.
But anyway, he is a lot of things. But when he was like 17 or 18
Hmm.
or something like that, the guy that lived across the street or something was an African from the African tradition.
Okay.
Okay, and that's where he got started
Okay.
with this guy. And he mentions Orishas.
Okay.
I
It
believe
sounds like maybe Ifa. Yeah, a
I don't
Ifa
know.
tradition.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. It's
Hmm.
and from there he went to like Toltec and to Southeast Asia and studied
Wow.
under a lot of different. But he always talks about how he started in the African tradition. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we call this a sacred temple, because
Mm.
when mom purchased this building, it was always meant for me to do ministry because I was going all over the city. And she said, do you think that this house would be good for you to do ministry? And that's how it all started. So my ancestors won't even allow me to call it a house. It's a
Yeah.
temple, it's a sanctuary, and there's several altars inside and outside the temple.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's how my buddy's his studio is. Like
Mm.
his well they don't have it anymore, but they had like um four rooms, and one of them was I guess kind of like a studio office that was his.
Okay.
And yeah, you couldn't go in there unless you took your shoes off. And it's
Mm-hmm.
cool too because he had like these I forget what you call them, not like dice, but they're like runes, I guess.
Yes.
and
Yes.
and I think they're from the African tradition. It has like a bowl, and then I'll
Uh-huh.
go in and say, "Hey, man, what do you think about this?" He'll go, "Well,
Uh-huh.
let's see what the
I
ancestors
love
think."
it.
Boom.
Yes, yes. And
And
sometimes it might be cowrie shells. Was it something like this?
is that what that is?
Cowrie shell? Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've seen those, but I also know that from somewhere else. That's trippy. Yeah, I never knew that's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean that's a real deal. I mean, this is like old school stuff. It's not
Oh,
like
yes.
yeah, because like even hanging out with him, you know, and
It's nothing new. It's ancient.
but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like he starts his day like that. Like he'll start
Yeah.
his day and he'll throw those dice looking things and he'll do a
Uh-huh.
few other things.
Yes.
I mean, he's always and again, his space is a temple, right? It's
Oh,
sacred.
yes. Yes. I love to start my day out with my Oshun Oracle deck.
Mm,
And the very first card that I pulled when I got this deck as a gift was you are you are Oshun to your ancestors. And I cried. So before I go to my ancestors' altar, I meet with Oshun first. And then I go to the ancestor altar and I pour libations every day, water, or sometimes I'll get rum.
mm.
Recently, I've been putting coffee on the altar, and I've just this week on a regular basis, just like every day. And I've seen some magic. Like lunch yesterday, I should have paid maybe $12 to $15, was less than $6. And I thank my ancestors. Thank you, ancestors.
I'll be done.
Yeah.
Wow. And what is Oshun? Another spirit guide, or what is that?
Here she is right here. She's a goddess of love. She loves to laugh. She's a god of fertility. She's a god of she's a god of order. She's a god of beauty and abundance. And some of the things that I notice about myself, I resonate with Oshun.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not even wear yellow, but now I love yellow. I love honey. Another thing that I notice in my oracle deck, Oshun likes to give people what is it called? Holy water.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was making holy water and giving it away to people a couple years ago. So I'm like, whoa, look at all these synchronicities. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing how you aligned with it and
Yes.
found
And
it. I mean, it makes sense.
I'm going to show you this.
Hmm.
I saw this in Sedona, what they call it, a calabash. And some people make a bowl out of it. And I was just drawn to it. They only had one. It was on, like one of these street vendors. And I said, I got to have that. I didn't know that this represents Oshun as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Be darned.
So I love when I don't know too much. I like to stay in the unknown so that when spirit brings something to me, you know for a fact that you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it seems to be increasing. It seems to be increasing. This isn't the same world it was, not by, 10 years ago. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, and I'm talking strictly about the, I guess what we call the collective awakening or collective consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a fairly small town. I mean, it's not huge, but
no.
Do you see evidence of it in your community?
Yes, I see. There's a goddess here she and her husband have a beautiful metaphysical store. There's some other people that are doing Reiki and also yoga. Excuse me. So there is an awakening in my town, and I'm grateful for that. I've been praying for my city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're north of LA, or are you out towards the desert?
North. I'm
You're
north. Uh-huh.
So you're north of Ventura, Ventura County. Yeah, you'd have to be. You would
yes,
have to be.
because Ventura is more south to me, but I'm
Okay.
close to Bakersfield.
Oh,
Maybe
that's what I
about
was going to ask
45
you.
minutes away.
Well, it's another old friend that I even know on Facebook from before you.
Okay.
Okay. So this goes back to like 2013, I think.
Oh wow.
I had her on the other day. Her name is Colleen Espino, and she's got an incredible story. She shared it with us. It's a great show if you ever want to watch it.
Okay.
And she lives in a place, and I can't recall the name of it, but I thought it was further away from you. But I'm gonna have to connect y'all. You guys would absolutely hit it off. There's
And
no question.
you don't remember the city?
I'll get to after the show's over.
Okay.
I'll get it. I have it because she gave it to me on Messenger.
Okay.
But I can't remember that. I want to say it's a lake something, but I'm not quite sure. But I'll definitely hook y'all up
Okay.
because she's very spiritual too. She's got a heck of a story.
That's
like
beautiful.
you were talking about the things that have happened to the feminine. I mean, she's like many of the women. She lived it all. The rapes, the beatings, the everything. Incredible story. Being put on medication and then kicking it off cold turkey.
Yeah,
after
good for
many
her.
years. Yeah, she's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, you two definitely need to meet. Definitely need to connect because I think some good things would come from that.
I love to see a woman take back her power.
Yeah.
I was in a very toxic marriage for 24 years, very karmic. Did I feel at the time that I got married that he was the one? Yes. But I found out that I was an empath and he was a narcissist. And we have 3 very beautiful children. I had one that I miscarried, so 4. And we're good friends now. We've been divorced for 7 years. We're good friends now, and we get together. We have been getting together since last Christmas for a family gathering at a Airbnb,
Hmm.
and we're doing it again this year. So we're
Wow.
doing this for our children. Yes,
Well, yes, but you know, everything we do for ourselves too, right? I mean, it
absolutely.
starts with us. So it's got to be good medicine for the both of you. So
Yes.
many, and I can speak from experience. So many, you know, marriages don't work out. They're not friends. You know, they're
Yeah.
not. Yeah, and that's a shame. It really
Yeah.
is. But
Hmm.
that's wonderful because I do remember that period of time in your life, and that's I think you know around the time we connected, and you
Hmm.
said, yeah, you said that you love seeing women step into their power, and
Hmm.
you're right. I got to witness you do that. That was amazing.
Yeah, because
And
walking on eggshells is it's not fun.
no, 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 no. No, but that's how we neutralize all these programs is doing it one by
Hmm.
one, you know, and walking the talk,
Absolutely. Yes.
which is what you always do, but you do it with panache and flair and color and grace
And fire.
and fire. Fire.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice seeing you and you know sharing this space. You're such a you know, for me personally, a special, you know, been a special person in my life. And
Thank you, Todd. I feel
you know,
so much gratitude.
well, me too. And sometimes you just have to say it. And I think that's what I'm saying is,
Hmm.
you know, I don't count, I don't really keep count or anything, but there's just not too many people that you have that, you know, that natural alignment with. And, you know, I recognize you as my sister, you know,
Yes, yes.
from day
Thank you.
one. And
From day one. Yes, thank you.
so we'll put up a prayers to your papa and tell your
Yes.
mama that Todd called and said hello, and
I
you
sure will.
keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you again next
Yes, you
time.
will. Thank you so much for this opportunity and to just allowing me to share from my heart and from the fasting that I've been doing. I've been praying for everyone that's on the line that they would, even if it's one nugget, that you will take that and run with it, you know?
Yeah.
And if you ever need me, you can always count on me. You can always call me and notify me. I'll be happy to assist you on your spiritual journey. Peace and blessings.